Ladies and gentlemen, Hex community of all ages, hey, it's Jake Freedom coming to you live from YouTube for this week's Showcase Card of the Week. And what we have for you today in store is we've already pre-rolled the card that we're going to pick, and this week's Showcase Card of the Week is going to be Blood Imp. Now, Blood Imp is a 1 mana cost 0/1 card here. He is a demon, and his card text is Stealth. And at the end of your turn, give another random friendly minion +1 health. Now, this particular card here used to be really good until it was nerfed recently. And what actually happened is it went from like a 3/2 cost card down to this 0/1. I'm just messing with you. Of course, we're not going to use Hearthstone cards. Man, hopefully nobody believed me there. I'm just kidding. All right, so this week here we go. Let's go ahead and roll for our shard color. Remember, 1 being Sapphire, 2 being Blood, 3 being Diamond, 4 being Wild, 5 being Ruby, and 6 being Artifact. So let's go ahead and roll this here. And we roll a 4. 4 is going to be Wild. So let's go ahead and get rid of everything else here other than Wild. And we'll go ahead and get rid of the resource card as well. Let's see, how many rows do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 total rows. So with that there being said, we're going to have to roll a 6-sided die. And if we roll a 6, we're going to have to just roll again. All right. So what row are we going to pull out of here? We're going to pull out of row 4. Okay, so that's going to be this row here. And what card are we going to talk about this week? 1 through 13 on a 1d20. Anything above 13 we're going to throw out and re-roll again. So we roll a 3. This week's Showcase Card of the Week is Spirit Dance. Spirit Dance, 5 resource, 2 threshold, basic action. Troops in your deck get permanent +2/+2 and the cost of -2. This card here, I think, is actually a really good card if it didn't cost so much and didn't have so much threshold, because it's such a late game card. By the time you have the resources available and the threshold met. Now, granted, if you're running just a mono wild deck, this will be no problem at all to be able to hit. But I don't know. There's just something about this card here that when I look at it, it's like, I really don't want that card there at all. I'm not sure what it is. I think what would make it better is if it were maybe like a 4 resource cost, 1 threshold, and then maybe it gave you like +1/+1 with the -2 cost. Now, when I say I don't like the card, it doesn't mean that I don't want it in my deck. I really just think that there are better value cards out there at this particular instance here. For example, like if we're at 5 resource costs and let's say we have a Battle Beetle in our hand, most of us, 99% of us, are probably going to have a Halloween Brave on the field, and I would much rather tap Halloween Brave and pull Battle Beetle out rather than waste 5 resources just to throw Spirit Dance out there to possibly, maybe next turn or the turn after that, get a troop that might be free and it might, come out to be a 3/3. Now, granted, 3/3 is good, don't get me wrong, but, a Battle Beetle, if you have it socketed with Flight, heck, or whatever, that's a much better value in my eyes than 5 cost, 2 threshold, and then be done with it. Or Fists of Brigadon. Okay, that's not Fist. I don't know where he went. Right here, Fists of Brigadon. Granted, he's 6 threshold, but if we're possibly there, are you gonna not play Fists of Brigadon and you're gonna throw down Spirit Dance? I highly doubt it. So you can kind of see where I'm getting at here. Jadem, 5 cost, 3 threshold. I'm gonna throw Jadem down every time. I'm not gonna waste my resources on Spirit Dance. So now if if I had no other option in my hand, if this card was in my hand and 5 resources came around and I had, 4 other resources, a quick action in this card, yeah, I would probably play it. But this is not going to be my first choice by no means whatsoever. There are just too many other cards that are far better value and give you a direct result rather than having to wait for it. I mean, let's think about it. Okay, say you play this card here, and then the next turn you draw a resource. And then the turn after that you draw a resource, which isn't unheard of, not unheard of at all. And then you draw into a quick action, and then after that you draw, a basic action or possibly another resource, or let's just say, you finally do draw a troop and you draw Dandelion Sprite. Dandelion Sprite, yes, will be free. It's going to be a 3/4 with probably Flight and Spell Shield. That's pretty cool. The Sensei here, he's going to give you a card and he's going to come out to be a 3/3 and he's going to be free. So that's awesome right there. You get to play a card for free. That's a 3/3 and you get a card from it. That's a huge benefit from the Spirit Dance. But are you going to give up that turn to play Spirit Dance? It's situational. Situational, I don't mean situational like, this has to be on the field, that has to happen for me to play this card. It's situational as, what do I have in my hand? Do I want to give up these 5 resources to play this card for something that may or may not happen 2 or 3 turns from now? So those are my thoughts on the card here. I'd like to hear your thoughts. Go ahead and leave a comment in the comment section below, and we can talk about it. If you liked the video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of these showcase cards of the week, go ahead and click subscribe, and we'll have another video for you soon.